So to understand total mental health, we have to understand how do we know? Because it is about confusion, fear of knowing something that is untrue. So then it is important to know how do we know. That's where it comes from Atma, deep within. It flows through Buddhi, and then it goes to Man, and then it goes to senses, and from senses it goes out into the world. We connect to the world, and in that there is a possibility of totally chaos, stress, fear, or come back with the realization of all that is me. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Atma Vishwam. All that is me. If that is the realization, that's what Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra focuses on. That's what Ayurveda focuses on. But here we want to stay with fear during COVID. Okay, and I will explain two different way. One is Vedic way, which is more adhyatmic, and another is modern way, which is more intellect based. So there are two different ways to understand that. So adhyatma, I already explained this. Adhi, Atma. Adhi means established, and Atma. Now the question is, most of the time people ask, this is what people ask, why do we need to believe in something beyond mind and brain, which is Atma? Why? Right? So what is, that's where we have to understand what is Atma and why maintaining connection to Atma is the key. And what is the technology to maintain connection with Atma? So living Atma. Okay. Now for this, I will give just one example quick. Why do we need to believe? Because people ask and they ask evidence. One simple example is there are three states of mind that are described in modern psychology. It's waking state, sleeping state, and dreaming state. So say we are dreaming. If we are dreaming, when we come out, then we remember dream. So then the question is, if mind was busy in something during the dream, that means something else, because mind was engaged. When we were dreaming, mind was engaged, right? But there was something beyond mind that was witnessing mind. We have to believe in this, just logically. Logically, we have to believe that there is something else beyond mind that was witnessing mind's activity, right? So that is one logic, that whatever we want to call it, we can call it soul, we can call it spirit, we can, whatever we want to call it. In Sanskrit, we call it Atma. That's logic, right? Another example we can say, we are watching a movie, right? And while everything is going on, we get involved with what is going on in the screen. And if there is a frightening scene, we also have that kind of emotion, or sometimes sad scene, or sometimes angry scene, and we react to that without remembering. Basically, it's clean screen. There is nothing real, but we do get lost and we do react emotionally. The same thing is happening with us. We are getting caught up in what is unreal and thinking that is real, and our emotions and feelings are reacting to it. So we forget something behind within us that is real all the time, but no identification. And that is our true nature. If we can stay there, and not just for fractions of seconds or a moment, but longer. And this is why only in Vedic tradition, the life is divided into four ashrams. So once all the responsibilities are done, then at the end, after 60, after 65, after 70, there is nothing else to bother, and we just try to go more and more established in that Atma, which is Adhyatma. The fourth phase of life is focused on that. More and more realization. All of us have realization, but for just few minutes sometimes seconds, and then we slip back. If we slip back, then we are exposing ourselves to all kind of mental symptoms, fear, anger, frustration, depression, anxiety, all of those. So that's why this is the key, maintaining connection to Atma, deep within. And all of us have technologies. It's just how much we are practicing, how much time we are spending on it. Okay? So these are two approaches that I have mentioned already, two approaches of mental health. One is modern method, which is more intellect based, different technologies, drugs that are brought in there. It's buddhi gamya, based on analysis of situation, which is what most of the people are doing. And another is Vedic method. So we'll talk about both of them.